Brother Maynard, bring up the holy hand grenade. 1, 2, 5.
Freezer!
3.
Arm yourselves, America. This is Defenders Live.
Here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gonna stop. We gonna tune it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing.
It is ma'am.
It is ma'am.
Gillette is shifting the spotlight
No.
after losing $8 billion amid a toxic masculinity backlash. Wait,
Hold on.
What?
Hold on. So
what?
they're shifting.
They're shifting. They're transitioning.
That's what I was going for. Yes.
Yes.
It's a joke. It's a play on words.
Oh,
So Gillette, after just a few weeks,
yeah.
after Procter & Gamble reported a sobering $8 billion write-down, Gillette has officially called off its war on toxic masculinity. It is ma'am. It is ma'am.
It is, ma'am.
It is, ma'am. Welcome to Defenders Live.
This is Defenders Live. It is the dumpster fire on the Mojo 50 radio platform, which is live on iHeartRadio.
Yes.
It's amazing.
We fail to mention that sometimes. That we
Sometimes.
are predominantly, everybody's like, oh, you're on the Facebooks and the YouTubes.
Yes,
and
yes.
We do. You can
Yes.
see us.
But
We are a radio, thank you. We are a radio show first and foremost. So
we
you
just
can
happen to play video.
Yes, yes. So you can find us on everything that is audio related. The Spreakers, the SoundClouds, the YouTube, or the iTunes, the iHeartRadios, virtually everything everywhere. That's where we're at. You can find us, all of them, at DOAE Show.
Is that DOAE Show?
Or, excuse me.
DOAEshow.com.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
that's
that
where
one.
it is.
Yeah,
That's where it is.
It's one of them days today. Don't do that.
It's one of them days.
You can also find us at mojo50.com. So you can look it up, all the other great hosts there as well. We are on all the social medias, the Facebooks, the Twitters, the MeWes is where we predominantly hang our hat. You can find all of us there at DOAE Show. Use the hashtag ArmYourselves.
That's arm yourself.
Yeah, you have to forgive Steven. If you're watching it, he's trying to plug us up because he forgot to plug us in, and so we're dancing everywhere. But anyway, as we're doing that, again, DOAE Show is where you can find us live everywhere. Again, hashtag arm yourselves. Go to, also real fast before we do it, the doaeshow.com/shop. You can get the raffle tickets for the Mojo 50 logo. Steven is holding it. If you're watching on any of the screens, $2 per ticket. The drawing will be September 3rd. Comes with a stand, and we might even autograph the back of it if that's what y'all want. If not, we don't.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter to us.
It doesn't matter. But
It's
we
made
will do
by
that.
but it was made by our good friends over at Arcadian Flag. Go to facebook.com/Arcadian Flag to get yours today. And he does fully customized work, by the way. So it's not just, this kind of stuff. You literally, if you can get him the file, you can get him everything, you can produce him the file, he can pretty much make it. You
Yes.
give him the standards and setups, he can do almost anything. So
Anything.
give it a whirl. Baron over there at Arcadian Flag, tell him that we sent you. We don't get anything for it. We don't have any stake in it. We're just trying to, he's a veteran-owned, veteran-operated. We stand behind him. He's a good people, and we want to see him grow.
Exactly. Oh, and if we haven't mentioned, that's exactly
what this is.
And
So.
you should expect nothing less.
Yeah, so those of you that
And
are
also
on the
nothing more.
Yeah, nothing more. If you're on the Facebook watch parties or anything like that, you're new to the show. We are affectionately referred to as a dumpster fire. There will be tangents, there will be dumb things, you will get earworms. It's going to be just a cornucopia of excitement.
Is it corny?
It is corny.
Oh.
Hence the bell. So, anyway, as moving on, as we mentioned a second ago, Gillette has decided
Yes.
that they might need to change their angles.
Angles.
promotion. While the brand is admitting that it's reversing course on the social issue messaging, Gillette is presenting its new focus as simply a return to what is always done. Quote, "We will continue to represent men at their best."
It is ma'am.
Yeah, it is ma'am. We will continue to represent men at their best. To sit there and tell and have commercials implying that all men are inherently toxic and dangerous people.
But boys will be boys.
Yeah. To put people in that kind of a stereo light is not to represent men at their best. You douchebags. Just saying. Instead of the, quote, social issues focus, in quote, the brand will begin to highlight positive portrayals of, quote, heroic masculinity.
That means things like, here's a father teaching his daughter, who's transitioning into a boy, how to shave her face.
Exactly. And because that's what, heroic masculinity looks like. And no, heroic masculinity that's not it. You know what heroic masculinity is? It's
being a hero.
Well, in masculinity, it's actually being, if you're a father, it's being a father. It's being a part of your kids' lives. It's teaching them right from wrong. It's not allowing society and the computers and everything else to raise them. It's about, well, and it's also about being a friend. If you're a guy, you be a friend to,
You got a friend in me.
You do have. You got a friend in me.
Boom.
Told you, earworms, people. Get used to them.
What?
As the Gillette goes, the tweet was, "Boys will be boys. Isn't it time we stopped excusing bad behavior?" That was the tweet from January 14th, which also aired the original wonderful,
which was called "Boys Will Be Boys."
Yeah, "Boys Will Be Boys," and it's the backlash to scolding and sexist ads was swift and strong, with many Gillette users taking to social media to announce.
Hold on, that was for swift and strong.
Ah, gotcha. Thank you. To announce that they were done with the brand, and for months, Gillette responded by doubling down on the social justice message, releasing a, quote, fat acceptance ad.
Okay.
Not fact, a fat.
Fat. F-A-T. Yeah.
As well as an ad showing a father first time teaching his female to male transgender child to shave, as Stephen had mentioned a second before. Here's the thing, people, and I... ads, companies, if you make razors, then make razors. If you sell us, if you clean houses, then clean houses. If you make movies, make movies. If you do music, you do music. Whatever it is that you do as an occupation, do that.
Well, and especially if you do it.
Yeah,
then do it. Because that's,
if you're going to do it, do it right.
I mean, right. Yeah, exactly. At least make them believe it.
Yes. Now, I'm not saying that you as a bread maker or as an actor or as a musician or whatever it is,
right.
You don't have an opinion. That's not true. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone has a right to have that opinion.
Yes.
What I don't want is for you to bring it to your workplace. If I come to you as a razor company, Gillette, and I expect to buy razors to shave with, I don't need you to tell me what is going on or what you think is a problem in my neighborhood that you're not even a part of.
But Dylan,
It is ma'am.
It is ma'am.
just love that.
I know.
So good.
Look, and it's the same thing when it comes to movies and music and sports and everything else. You play a game, make a movie, do it. Fine. We want to escape. We don't want to hear your crap.
That is true.
If we want to hear your political view, Taylor Swift or someone like that, then we will say, "Excuse me,
what is your political
what
view?
is your political bent on this particular situation?" And then we will listen and go from there, but not a moment beforehand.
And definitely not a moment after.
No, dear God, no.
Oh, yes. Well, you know what? There is a company out there that's giving you exactly what you need.
Is it giving it to you good?
Yes. And it is the best you can get.
Is it, ma'am?
No.
Oh, good.
Not at all. Actually, it is everything other than it's ma'am.
It is, ma'am.
See, Patriot Mobile is out there providing some of the best cell phone coverage available to you. And not only that, but they're providing it while donating to causes that support your religious liberties, your gun rights, immigration law, the sanctity of life, everything that you hold dear. This company decides they're going to hold dear as well.
You mean they're just going to do their job?
Yes.
And provide a service.
Well, the funny thing about this is they're providing a great service, right? But they're also providing another service, which is something that most people don't know. Every cell phone company out there puts money towards different causes. This one is just out in the open about what causes they give to. So if you want to support a company that also supports the causes that you believe in, maybe you should give them a call.
You should.
Yeah, it's 1-877-367-7524. That's 1-877-367-7524. Or you can go to the website, patriotmobile.com/mojo. That's patriotmobile.com/mojo. When you call them, tell them that Mojo sent you, and also tell them that you have a promo code. The promo code is 5. And with that promo code, you can get a Moto Z3 Play for $5 a month. It's a limited time only promo, but you can do it today when you call them at 1-877-367-7524 or go to the website, patriotmobile.com/mojo. Use the promo code 5 and you can get that deal. Check them out today. Be one of the thousands of wonderful subscribers like myself and get yourself some service that actually supports the things that you support.
Service.
I know.
You got to get that service.
No, you good. You got it.
No, I'm
You're
saying,
servicing that bell pretty well.
Telling everybody you need to get that service because
Exactly.
Did you ever? I don't. As anybody who's watching knows, I don't shave.
Right. I do.
Did you ever use Gillette?
I did.
Did you stop when?
I did.
When they did it, are you planning on going back now?
No.
Not even a little bit.
Oh no.
Okay.
No, I'm actually using Harry's razors.
I have heard great things about Harry's.
They're
razors.
really they're really inexpensive, and the razors last for a good long time.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you could just go to Walmart and get them. They're there.
Oh, I've seen that.
There's no special order. There's no
tag on it.
Dollar
club,
clubbing thing. There's none of that. It's just straight.
And we're not making money off of this. I'm just purely a conversation.
Yeah.
As somebody who doesn't shave, I would like to know, hey, what's it like to? Who are you using?
And yes, I do shave. Dylan taught me. It was one of those weird situations.
It's like a really bad like. Did you ever hear so off topic, but real fast? Did you ever Hank Williams Jr.?
Yes.
You really know he's got a beard?
Yes.
Do you know why?
He cut himself shaving?
Close, actually. He was, I believe he was mountain climbing, or he was doing something near a mountain, and he seriously, he fell and he messed his face up really bad. So he's actually really scarred bad.
Oh.
So he grew his beard out to cover it up.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes
So
sense.
yeah. So completely useless trivia, everybody. If you need it for down the road.
Apparently, Dictator Blue Waffle over on the MeWe says that he uses a straight razor. I am skittish of straight razors.
I'm only skittish when someone else has it.
That's true.
And I've had somebody shave my back. I need a haircut.
Shaving a haircut.
But I've had the guy who will get my sides of my back, and he did it with a straight razor. And there's a moment your butt puckers, but once it's over with, you're like, oh, it's okay.
That's really clean.
It is. It is very smooth. Holy smokes.
Did you know that men are now facing more discrimination? What? Yeah. Apparently in the STEM program, the science, technology, what was it? Science, technology, electronics, and mathematics.
Yeah. The thing that they tell women that they need to.
They have to be involved.
That they have to be in, even if they're not interested in it. By God, you need to be a part of it because,
or engineering. Sorry, not electronics. Engineering.
But you have to be a part of this because social justice. Yeah. What about it? So you're telling me that there's discrimination there?
Yes. Well, see, after decades of being told women weren't choosing to go into science, technology, engineering, and math jobs because they preferred other fields, but they were discriminated against by misogynists, apparently. And new study finds that men are now the ones being discriminated against.
You said they chose to not go in.
because they were being discriminated against, apparently.
Uh-huh. Now, I will admit there was a time and place where, women were thought somewhat less of, or they wouldn't be as smart or whatever.
Right, and they were proven wrong.
And they were proven wrong, yes. The only issues that it has ever been crept up on anything is that and it's the hardwiring of people. This is not a dig on women or anything at all. But the difference, ultimately, the biggest difference between a man and a woman is, women are emotional and men are not.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the hardwiring behind it. Women are predominantly mothers and nurturers, and men are not.
I was gonna say, you get pretty emotional.
No, I do, but
you're kind of emotional there.
You know what? I'm dealing with stuff. If you don't mind, sir, I would appreciate it if I want to cry into my pillow. By God, I'm gonna do it, and there's not a damn thing you can say about it.
I'm just saying that
But yeah, no, and it's been funny that everybody. I'm actually was shocked about this. I did not realize that people are actually convinced. And I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I was surprised that people actually said, "Oh, by the way, there are women who are discouraged from going," and I didn't think that was actually real. I still don't fully believe it is to the extent that they say it is. It's not to say that there are, certain parents or even teachers who might go, "Well, no, Sally, you're probably not going to get there. It's not where you need to go." But again, in that instance, we also don't know the full situation. Is the kid actually a moron?
yes.
And
the answer is yes.
The answer is yes, predominantly most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to tell somebody no, don't do something if they're going to suck at it.
Right.
You're not going to tell me to go, play basketball or any sport for that matter, anything athletic.
Universities offer single-gendered scholarships, many of them for the STEM field. This practice is permitted under Title IX, only if the overall effect of the scholarship is equitable, not equal, not equal, equitable. See, the study by a Maryland-based nonprofit advocating gender equity on college campuses showed a majority of campuses awarded very lopsided benefits to women.
I was going to
Thank you.
Lopsided.
I know where I was going. In California alone, the study found that 11 colleges and universities reviewed by SAVE, that's the company doing the thing, provided 117 scholarships for women only and just 4 scholarships for men. The pendulum has swung too far in one direction, SAVE President Edward Bartlett told The Times. He says, and I quote, "We're not a society based on quotas. We're a society based on fairness." Man, I wish that was true.
Yeah.
I wish
Not even close.
that was so true, but it's not. It is not, my friend. I don't know where you get your information, but if you haven't noticed, our society is based on quota.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you have the ACLU. That's why you have the NAACP.
The AFL-CIO.
The AFL-CIO, the NAACP. That's why you have
LMNOP, QRSTUV, WXYNC,
quilt bags, and all the rest of them, because you have to have a quota.
Mm-hmm.
You have to fill a quota of certain people groups.
For some people, real fast, as Stephen had emphasized a second ago, there is a difference between equitable and equal. The actual definition of equitable is fair and impartial,
Which this isn't.
Mm-hmm. Also, it is a valid in equity, distinct from the law. Equal, being used as an adjective as well, being the same.
Right.
In quantity, size, degree, or value.
Yes.
Also, having the ability or resources to meet a challenge.
So here's the difference between the two.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Equitable means that if you don't have the same amount of something in one area over the other, you have to then apply an additional standard that balances it out.
Yeah.
Equal says that these two groups of people are equal from the start, and all should be given fairly across the board.
Yeah, weird how that works out, huh? Because it's, all men are created equal.
Yeah. And endowed by their creator from
Oh, you
certain
missed it again.
unalienable rights. Well,
Yeah,
this one doesn't hit, so they hear it. They don't hear it. We do.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Sorry.
Yeah, whatever.
This is dinging. But still.
Still.
There should never be a discrimination issue because of your gender. It should, and they do that for everything else. The whole equal opportunity. They go down this long list of reasons that, we can't discriminate against you against sex or orientation or your height or your any of that jazz.
Yes.
And
yes, you can.
but
I'm sorry. Hold on. You can discriminate based on height.
yes.
If you have a job to where you need somebody that is short to fit into a small, short and thin to fit inside of a small dark area, then you have to discriminate by height. You can't send a 6'7" person who's 295 pounds into the same place and expect them to be able to perform the job properly.
You mean like, is that why you're trying to say that there's nobody around your height playing basketball?
Yes.
Currently anymore?
Yes. My height, other than what was it?
Well, he didn't play anymore, but
He
it's
doesn't-
Muggsy Bogues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Muggsy. Yeah, he's the only guy because he could ball.
Spud Webb.
But they could
But
ball.
that really goes back. God, I just dated myself.
yeah, you did.
That was 92.
But those guys can actually, they could handle the balls well.
Wow.
They knew how to handle their balls.
Yeah, they did. They were
That's-
proficient in it, and they got paid to do so.
They did very well. A lot of double dribbles there.
Exactly.
So, gosh,
It's just nasty.
that is amazing, folks.
It
okay,
is.
but anyways,
Wow.
I'm just
Straight up.
I am making myself laugh. That is the best times.
It is. And anytime you can laugh at yourself. Just
And I
say
do
it.
laugh at myself all the time.
We all do because, that's what we do.
Yes. One of the things I don't laugh at, cat coolers,
I don't either.
because they're amazing.
They are amazing.
They're
I'm
freaking
gonna-
rugged.
Mhm.
They last. They keep your ice cold for up to 7 days.
7 days, which is great because one of them is up to a 3-body cooler.
it really is.
So you can keep your bodies frozen.
At least my
3 of them.
size. At
Yes.
least my size.
You can have 3 Steven bodies
Yeah.
in the cooler, and they'll stay frozen for up to 7 days.
That's 5'9", 185 pounds. If you want to try to do the math,
You know what? That's a lot of meat.
it is. It's a lot of Steven meat. Just saying. Not only that, but they're also made in the USA. They're fully customizable. They come in 5 different colors currently.
What colors would those be, Steven?
I was waiting for but wait, there's more.
Oh, wait, that's right.
But wait,
I keep forgetting we have
there's
that.
more.
I know we have the button now, and it's
I
amazing.
keep forgetting it's there.
They're also less expensive than their current top competitors for a larger size.
Larger size.
That's right, larger size and less expensive.
But wait, there's more.
If you order now. Actually, if you order anytime, it's fine. I don't mind. Just go to catcoolers.com, use the promo code Steven, STEVEN, and you can get 10% off on the discount. That's promo code Steven, STEVEN. Over on catcoolers.com, you get 10% off. These things have a lifetime warranty, guys.
They do. They get up and break whatever tries to break them, literally.
Pretty much 90% of the time.
Pretty much all the time. Let's see. Scrolling through the Twitters.
Twitters.
Again, at DOAE Show, hashtag arm yourselves. Pretty much anywhere. Doc Thompson got run over by an Amtrak. Men are toxic. Well,
Right.
if gender is a social construct, so is toxic masculinity, and that is absolutely true.
Kathy Palaci over on the Facebooks. Boys will be boys, but girls are women.
Oh my goodness, it's so bad.
Oh, but it's so good.
Doc Thompson got run over by an Amtrak. Only homophobic people shave with straight razors.
Ah.
Wow.
Dono in the Facebook. Those guys handled balls handsomely.
Thank you. Guys, we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
You guys are amazing.
This is why I love this job. Dude, you guys are awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. Roz is saying iHeart is down. I don't
Is
know.
it?
It isn't. I mean, our stuff is up.
No, actually,
It's on-air broadcasting right now.
hold on. I think I've got somebody actually listening on iHeart.
Yeah, iHeart isn't down.
Mm-mm.
It's not down. I'm gonna pull it up and I'm gonna show you it's not down.
Pull it up.
There you go. That's my voice talking from the iHearts.
That is.
There it is.
It sounded sneakily like you.
It was like me. Actually, most of the people on the Twitters usually usually listen on the iHearts.
Yeah, it's easier to tweet and, and
Tweet
do
and
stuff that
iHearts.
way.
It's easier to iHeart
So-
and tweet.
It is. Let's see. We had excuse me.
Storage unit slug. Guys are just as emotional as women. They're just simply they are simply different in how they process those emotions. Truth.
Robert Borrower's over on one of the Facebook watch parties. Dylan could probably join WWE as a fall guy. I
Yeah.
would if they would look at me,
They won't.
but they won't.
They won't look at him.
They won't.
I
It's-
mean, look at him.
I wouldn't look at me.
They won't look at him.
God bless it all.
I have to look at him every day.
It's just nasty. Welsh gun lover from the UK.
Oh,
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for joining in. Whole bunch of people over on the D Lives. Some guy randomly asked if there was Antifa members here. No. The answer is no.
Probably not. And if they are, I mean,
Whatever, they can listen. All right. Shh, 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 shh. Welcome back.
hi.
Defenders Live, Mojo 50 Radio on iHeart Radio.
Oh, I need to close that. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my goodness.
Larger and less expensive is not necessarily a good thing depending upon what you're dealing with. Like prostitutes. Hashtag arm yourselves. Doc Thompson got run over by an Amtrak.
Amtrak. Thank you so much for that little tidbit of.
That is a really good,
That's a.
that's an understanding right there. Storage unit slug. Just a lady slug's opinion, but I wouldn't like to keep Steven's meat on ice. It's so worth it.
So bad.
Good job, slug.
This is why we can't have nice things, y'all. I'm telling you.
Good job, Vika. Love it.
I'm telling you. This is just. Certain things should never.
It-
Never pass another person's lips.
It's better than
Oh, so this one chaps my hiney.
yeah. I was gonna ask if you wanted to continue on with it.
Yeah, no, it's, do you want to save it? We could save it.
No, we can do it. We can do it because we can fit
Oh,
it in. We can fit it.
We'll do it and fit it in real well.
in. So this is actually an update.
It is an update. This is anybody who's paid attention before. There was a well, we'll just go through it all together. An Australian couple who fed their toddler a strict vegan diet that resulted in the child becoming so malnourished that she had no teeth will avoid jail time after a judge ruled that imprisoning them would deprive their child of a, quote, important bond, end quote.
These people gave their kid rickets.
Yeah.
And the judge said, oh, that's fine. The child can have rickets as long as it's loved.
Define love. Because I know of, I can, and this is not to actually be joking at. I know I'm snickering at it, but that's how I deal with the, you know.
Yeah. Well, love
That's
is
what I deal with stuff. But I was gonna say, like,
love is a very splendid thing. Love lifts us up where we belong. All
Yeah.
you need is love.
all you need is on the wings of angels.
Uh-huh.
No, I was gonna say, like, I can go back to what love is. I can go through stories of people just even growing up in my past where love translated into a fist in the face, and you know, women having to wear glasses and makeup and stuff like that. Like that's what I was, you know.
Yeah, that
Some
is-
people say that's love.
No,
you
that's
know,
not
that
Sorry.
all on that family in California with the, remember, what was it 12
Oh, the
kids
12
that were chained to the
kids?
bed for
That would be
months?
love. That was
they
love.
loved their
They
children.
love
And
their
how that
kids so-
turned out.
Yeah, they love their kids so much that they just chained them up to their beds.
They did. They loved them so much they couldn't let them go. See this. Ay, Dios mío. Okay. The Sydney Morning Herald reported that the New South Wales District Court Judge Sarah Huggett.
Well, here's the problem. First off, this is in Australia.
Yeah. I mean, I get you're down under, but by God. Thank you. Okay. She sentenced the couple to 18 months of intensive correction orders rather than sending them to jail.
I'm sorry, what? Say that again?
18 months of, quote, intensive corrections orders rather than sending them to jail.
So basically, feed your kid meat?
No, basically it's more like, here, if your child is sick, you need to take him to the hospital and let the doctor do whatever he needs to do because, you know, we understand what you're trying to do, but.
Yeah, see, Donna over the Facebook gets it. Rickets does not equal love.
Hold on. Wait, say that again.
Rickets
Uh-huh.
does not equal love. Yeah.
I'm finding that hard to believe.
Is
There's
it
something
hard?
about that just. Are you sure? Have we verified that in any way? That
yes, see, they imposed their own diet restrictions on a child whose whose system actually needed a certain set of nutrition to make sure that they would grow properly into a regular person that doesn't have rickets. And instead, they malnourished their child to the point that they almost killed it. And it didn't have teeth at like 4?
Yeah, that's pretty bad. To be 4 and not have teeth. You know, that quote.
See, they're actually being allowed to keep their child?
Yes, the quote, this is from the judge, quote, the reckless failure of these offenders to provide their daughter with the necessities of life, in fact, caused serious harm.
Look for them.
Bare necessities, the simple bare necessities.
Okay. Take on it.
Forget about your worries and your strife.
Boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
Boom.
The couple was arrested in April of 2018 and earlier pleaded guilty to failing to provide for their child. The father is 35 years old. The mother is 33. They wouldn't name them for legal reasons, and I don't name them because they're douchebags.
Yeah.
The child was fed oats, potatoes, rice, tofu, bread, peanut butter, rice milk. According to a court documents reviewed by the Herald, for a snack, she was given a mouthful of fruit. Thank you. Or 2 sultanas.
What is a sultana?
Sultanan. Is that right? Sultanas?
Sultanas.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't have my glasses.
What is a sultana?
I have no idea. But a mouthful of fruit. Like, here's my thing. Here's what I don't get.
That one kid that does the cross dressing, he gets a mouthful of fruit too.
Oh, that's not right.
And his parents love it.
Yeah, they actually cheer him on. Yeah, we're not going that story tonight. Okay.
Yeah.
Oats,
Rice. Yes.
bread.
Yes.
Even
So
you can
bread,
you can soften them up, but
bread
ultimately
and potatoes.
you need teeth to eat those.
So bread, potatoes, starch. So you got
Starches and carbs.
You get carbs, starch, and starch.
And a little bit of dairy.
A tofu, which is technically a soy, which is a vegetable, which means that it doesn't have a complete protein in it.
Yep.
So
And
you
then
can't build
peanut
bones.
butter, which is sodium out the wazoo.
Right.
Even
Bread.
the-
So
yeah.
that's another carb. Peanut butter and rice milk. So more rice.
Yes.
Because you can't milk rice. It's just milk. It's rice water is what it is.
Yeah. So the mother told the forensic psychiatrist that she didn't think her child was ill until the girl suffered from a seizure in March of 2018. Again, bear in mind, this kid was like 4 and has no teeth. And I mean, none. Not like, oh, look, they're falling out. No. The kid didn't have any
They didn't
teeth.
grow.
They never grew. Because of the diet she was on, it stunted her growth.
Yeah, she's going to be a small little child for the rest of her life.
Yes. The child is severely malnourished, underweight, and undersized.
Oh.
And delayed as far as age-appropriate milestones are concerned, said the judge. What?
Vega Slug, storage unit slug, says sultana is a type of raisin.
Oh.
The more you know. I wish I could live edit everything and that
would-
could have been a rainbow.
one day
through
we
there.
will. We'll
oh,
get there.
Man, that's amazing.
But still.
Anyway.
I say, this is the judge again. I say to an extent because, or excuse me, hold on. I passed one because there's a reason to extend.
Yeah.
The judge says during a sentencing that it is the responsibility of every parent to ensure the diet they choose to provide their children is one that is balanced and contains sufficient essential nutrients and vitamins for optimum growth and development. She also said that the mother's alleged depression made it difficult for her to care for her child to an extent.
Allegedly.
I say to an extent, because quote from the judge, quote, I say to an extent because this offense was committed over a substantial period of time.
Quiet guy in the back says, let Jeffy MRA have a shot at this kid. He certainly beat anorexia and rickets.
If anybody knows how to get past it, it's Jeffy.
That's getting a retweet. Storage Unit Slug also
Jeffy.
adding in, I heard milking rice was hard.
It's not easy.
Because of their tiny udders. It's utterly unappealing.
Dad jokes. There you go. And it's not milk, by the way. You don't get rice.
It's water.
It's juice.
It's not even juice.
It's
starch water.
It's like a tea.
It's starchy water.
It's steeped rice. It's the
and,
same thing
and
as
sugar.
It is like a tea.
It's who milks almonds?
No, I don't know if I would. That's
I am showing you that tonight.
No,
son.
I would like to sleep. Thank
Tonight-
you very much. That sounds disturbing.
I am showing you that tonight, son.
That sounds highly inappropriate. I don't think that's something we need to be watching.
My wife has seen this.
The look on her face does not make me feel any more confident about watching this.
She's also milked almonds. Thank you. She enjoys milking nuts. I just want to put out there.
There's so many jokes, and I can't say any of them because it's not appropriate.
We
Good
have
Lord.
4 kids. It happens. Combat Flip Flops is a proud sponsor of this quarter hour.
Not for much longer. Conversation like that.
Join the unarmed forces. What do we mean? Combat Flip Flops is actually a veteran-run organization. They're trying to put out business, not bullets. Business,
Put out.
not bullets. That's their perspective. Through persistence, respect, and creativity, they want to win they want to win the wars that way, not through violence. They want to win it through peace and through trade. So what do? They've set up an entrepreneurial system that not only builds communities back up, but also funds women's education so they can then turn around and fund their children's educations.
But wait, there's more.
You can help them. You can help be the change. Look at that.
Oh
there
my
you go.
God, really?
There you go. There it is right there. You can help be the change and support Combat Flip Flops when you do this. Go to their website. It's combatflipflops.com. Combatflipflops.com. No, I am not reading it out in full military. I'm not spelling it in military text. No, not doing it.
Oh, that would be funny.
Oh, it would be good. You can also go there. When you do, Defender25 is the promo code. Defender25 will get you 25% off on your first purchase. Check them out today. Go to combatflipflops.com. It's combatflipflops.com. Defender25 is the promo code.
Yay. Yay. Hold on.
What?
Sorry, I'm clicking things off and
Stop
turning
clicking things
Can't
off.
help it. Oh, you can have this one.
Wait, which one? Oh, yeah, buddy.
But this was your baby.
This is
and
me.
I'm
This is all me.
It is.
Okay, so here's where I'm going with this. I want you to track with me, all right?
I'm gonna
'Cause
do my best.
I know where you're at on this just from reading the title, but I want to kind of break it down a little bit further. Okay?
Break it on down.
Here's the title. Faithless Elector. A court ruling just changed how we pick our president. That sounds like a bad thing.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a bad thing.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Let's keep digging in. We're going to go deep. The decision could give a single elector the power to decide the outcome of a presidential election. That's a lie. If the popular vote results in an apparent electoral college tie. See, the electoral college isn't tied to the popular vote.
Yeah, that's
It's tied to what the state itself votes. Now, here's the thing. Okay, so I actually dug into it and all the rest.
I'm glad you did because I'm reading on the surface and I'm not happy.
Federal Court of Appeals ruled late Tuesday night that the late Tuesday afternoon, sorry, that the presidential elector who cast an actual ballot for a president and vice president are free to vote as they wish and cannot be required by law to follow the results of a popular vote in their state. The reason why this came up is because there was a in previous elections, especially in the primaries, there was an elector at the Electoral College that decided that he was going to cross out Hillary Clinton, who was the only name on the ballot for him to vote for because the state voted him in. Or voted her in.
Okay.
It is kind of him, her.
It is him, her.
Yeah, yeah. So
we don't know the pronouns.
And he instead put John Kasich down.
Ah.
Now, his vote got thrown out.
Huh.
His Electoral College vote was thrown out because it didn't match what was given to him. Now, you may say, well, wait a second. How is it that the guy at the Electoral College who is supposed to be voting for the state and what the state wants, how is he voting on his own? Glad you asked. The Electoral College has no regulation other than some basic state requirements, which are very minor if you don't follow them. I mean, the punishment is basically nothing.
Yeah, you probably won't ever come back again.
Right. See, the legal requirements there is that the state has to put you out into the Electoral College. That's it. You have to be voted on as a delegate, basically, in the Electoral College. And once you become an elector, you're technically a federal employee at that point.
Yeah.
So the state brings you in. The state votes you into place. You then vote based upon what's been given to you. So in these cases, there are 30 states right now that have laws that say that the elector in the Electoral Colleges have to vote with the state. Once again, those laws aren't technically constitutional.
No.
Because the federal constitution does not dictate how an elector has to vote. It just dictates that they have to vote twice. There is a vote for the vice president and a vote for the president. That is the only standard in the Constitution. You have a vote for the president and a vote for the vice president. There's nothing in there that says that they have to stick with the state that they're elected for to represent.
Now, bear in mind that the guy who goes for the Electoral College is elected by the state, which comes from the, it's again
governor, and it comes from. So it
goes
all
back
part
to
of,
it goes back to our.
It's partisan.
Yeah, well, but I was gonna say it also goes back to what our little thing is, a little horn that we keep or drum we keep beating is thank you. Is the local elections.
Right.
You want to make sure that your delegate, that your guy for the Electoral College votes the way he's supposed to.
Yes.
For your state the way he's supposed to. And the way you want, you start from within. You get your little circle and it works out and it keeps going and it keeps growing and it keeps getting bigger and until eventually more on your side and represents you as it should.
Correct. So here's how it works. Currently, how we see it as it works. This is like the counts as to the Electoral College. The Electoral College then looks at that and says, okay, well, most of the people in this state want this. Okay, versus how many people want it in the biggest cities and whatnot.
Yep.
And then generally speaking, they match that. Well, anybody can become an electoral in the Electoral College.
Yep.
Anyone.
Yep.
It's not a thing of prestige. It's not this. You can become a delegate.
Yep. There's obviously a process, and each state kind of has a different way of doing it. But mostly
it's the state party conventions. Yeah.
Yeah, you sign up, and whoever goes, oh yeah, you want to be a delegate? Oh,
sure, yeah, you can be a
we
delegate.
don't have an opening. Yes, we do, or no, we don't. And then
correct.
That's how that works.
Right. So you get this entire point of setup where the people who are elected from the state delegation. Okay. Who gets elected is very partisan.
Oh yeah.
Incredibly partisan. And that's where this can go bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you have all of these states that are hugely partisan in the first place with the local elections and everything like that. That if, let's say, I don't know, you have a bunch of state delegates from in the Electoral College from Texas that decide not to vote the way of the state, legally they have the right to do so.
Yep.
And nobody can say anything about it. Now, once again, generally speaking, how we go about things, the state votes and then the Electoral College votes with whatever the majority of the state says.
Yes.
But that's not necessarily what they have to do. They don't technically have to follow that rule.
Yeah.
And that leads to corruption. That leads to people pushing in their own agendas.
Thank you.
That leads into a whole mess of things, bribery and everything else that could be put into play. And, you know, speaking of bribery and things that could be put into play, the last guy that got screwed from these things is Bernie Sanders.
Oh, Bernie Sanders.
Over in the primary debate. He got screwed royally.
Yeah, he did. And he took all of it.
Yes, he did. He took the full brunt.
Yep. Like a champ. Anyway, so Bernie Sanders is debuted a new Green Deal. A newer Green Deal, I guess.
Newer Green Deal.
Newer Green Deal.
A greener Green Deal.
A greener Green Deal.
It's so new, it is greener than green.
It is greener than green.
It is super green.
Because the one that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, the one that she did by now, because it's been out for so long, has kind of turned more of a brown color.
Yeah.
You know, it hasn't been watered properly and everything
so
else.
far out
So it's not
there.
as green, but Sanders is more of like a bluegrass kind of green. Like it's a deep, thick, rich green. Thank you. And the sticker price of this thing is only a mere $16 trillion.
Come on.
Yeah, no, it would only actually be 20 times as much as FDR's New Deal.
Come on.
Yeah.
Hard no.
Yeah, it's Bernie Sanders debuted his version of the much-vaunted Green New Deal, a plan which would radically and fundamentally alter the American economy for decades to come. The plan would require, $16.3 trillion in public spending to transition the United States to 100% renewable energy by 2030, because we have the technology and we're just lazy.
We can build it. We can make it stronger.
He's apparently has been watching Bull Durham too much, because that whole, build it and they will come thing is.
If you build it, they will come.
Yeah, it's not how it works. If you don't force them to do it, it's not going to appear. It's just how it goes. That's called rape. Anyway, completely decarbonized by 2050, according to Sanders' campaign. Sanders contends, however, that the plan would pay for itself, air quotes, in 15 years, thanks to a bevy of new taxes and 20 million in new jobs. The plan
lies.
to create.
I'm sorry. Lies
and slanders.
Lies and more lies. No, it's lies.
Lying liar who lies.
There is nothing more than a lying liar who lies in this lie.
Yes, except for maybe Bernie Sanders. With his proposal, Sanders solidifies his lead as the biggest spending candidate for president in the 2020 field.
I am the biggest.
He's the biggest something. 2016 not only brings this total to over 50 trillion mark, but sails past the climate proposals of other candidates, topping Senator Kristen Gillibrand's, which was a 10 trillion
10
plan. Yes, Franklin Delano Roosevelt's New Deal cost about $780 billion, adjusted for inflation, according to an estimate from the St. Louis Federal Reserve Bank.
So this is like the New Deal.
Yes. Oddly enough, sounded like a Honda, but whatever. Just saying.
I thought it was a Hummer.
Not even from him. That's the bad part.
I know, that's bad.
This is
so not good.
This is all the pain and the mess without any of the cuddling.
Yeah,
Anyway.
well, guess what? If you deal in a lot of pain and mess with without all the cuddling, maybe you should try some Atron Teal.
You should try Atron Teal.
Because nobody likes it coming out fast and loose. You're welcome. Look, I know it's a crazy name, but it has incredible results. It's a tough name to say because it's also the toughest case on bloating. It's one of those things where you look at it, you're like, okay, what is this actually going to do? Well, it is a blend of polyphenols that helps your gut health and all the crazy gut bacteria in your stomach and in your intestinal tract actually get rid of all the toxins, absorb nutrition better, fix themselves, heal themselves, and thus heal your body. It gives you a better energy boost. It makes it so your body is a lot more regular and easygoing. And it gives you a lot more energy for the daily processes that you currently have. You should check them out. Go to lovemytummy.com/mojo. That's lovemytummy.com/mojo. And you'll see a banner up at the top corner of the screen where you can get 3 months of their 90 capsule box, which is normally like $40 a month. You can get 3 months worth for only $99. That's $20, same as downtown, right off the top.
But wait, there's more.
No, that's it.
Oh,
That's all there is.
I'd already committed to hitting the button. I was going to hit the button.
You could have just said, "Do I need to hit the button?" I would have told you.
Well, no, I was waiting, and you never stopped.
Just go to lovemytummy.com/mojo. Lovemytummy.com/mojo.
God. Mm-hmm. I think you'd have this down by now.
I know. It's like,
oh, and finally, on the docket.
yes,
So the Obamas are back in the news.
the boys are back in town. Get it? Because
I see what you
funny.
did there. The former First family is currently in escrow for a 29-acre beachfront estate listed at $14,850,000. And you'll never guess what they're trying to get it at.
what?
Martha's Vineyard.
Wait. You're talking about the people that have constantly talked about the idea that you don't need all the big fancy stuff. All you need is like a roof and a house and clothes and blah, blah, blah.
All you need is love? Yeah.
Yeah, all you need is love. Bum, ba, da, da, da.
No, da.
And they're going out to Martha's Vineyard to buy a $14.85 million house?
Yes. The Obamas were renting a house. Which is just weird to hear.
29 acres.
From the Boston Celtics owner, Wyatt Grossbeck.
That's Grossbeck.
Who donated $2,300 to Obama for America in 2008. So, because he donated $2,300, Obama's like, I'll rent a house from you if you have one available. So it worked out pretty well, I guess. Apparently.
Lifestyles of the rich and famous. The estate's incredible. It's 29 beachfront acres. The main residence is just shy of 6,900 square feet. It has 7 bedrooms, so Sasha and Malia have a place to crash, along with several of their friends. It has the obligatory pool, an outdoor fireplace, a chef's kitchen, vaulted ceilings, and 2 guest wings.
So it can fly away, apparently, if it wants to.
It has incredible views, especially while soaking.
Hold on. Stop.
On the 2nd floor balcony's jacuzzi.
You're never allowed to do this again, by the way, because you just went like Andrew Dice Clay for a second.
I don't care.
That was.
I don't care.
It was Christopher Walken popped out for just a brief
you know what?
moment.
I can't control
Incredible views. Especially
just
while
because
soaking.
you heard that, I kept in character.
Yeah, well,
I am not. I kept in character, bro.
And that was the worst Robin Leach. We need to work on it. You need to
Robin Leach.
You need to get.
I need to get the British voice.
It's more
in there.
British
It's
in
more
there.
British,
Yeah, you gotta.
I know.
Twang it up a tad.
Yeah.
The Obamas, who are estimated to be worth between $40 million and $135 million, have vacationed at Martha's Vineyard several summers. The vacation home they stayed in was the first summer in Martha's Vineyard, where Obama, as president, sold last year for $15 million.
That's.
You ready for the quote from him?
No.
Quote, "Right now, I'm actually surprised by how much money I got. There's only so much you can eat. There's only so much of a big house you can have. There's only so many nice trips you can take. I mean, it's enough." Apparently, it's not enough.
It's never enough.
It's never enough. It's time, I think, for numbers.
Yes.
For the bells.
I think it's bells.
For the
numbers.
day.
Yeah.
Run them.
Okay.
Good evening, Mojo 50.
Oh, you know what?
I'm
No, it's not. I failed.
Oh, that was yesterday?
That was yesterday's numbers. I failed. And I am so sorry.
So we get to sit here for the next, 20 seconds.
Look, so here's the thing. The numbers... I want to explain this to folks. So the numbers are very simple. They start at the show, beginning of our show. Our show starts the day not only for some of our listeners like Virginia Jackal, but also for the numbers of the day. And they go through all the rest of the day, through the entire show, through all the shows, the stuff, until they get back to our show again. Anyway, DOAEshow.com, DOAEshow.com, Mojo50.com.
See you tomorrow.